it's me, Sarah, your director of the Atlanta School of Photography, and let's talk about how to get your pictures off of your memory card onto your computer. All right, so you've got your memory card. A couple of different options here. You have a SD card slot in your computer. If you have one of these, you can obviously use that. And when you put this in, notice that even though I've got it all the way in there, it's still sticking out a bit. And that is totally fine. That is totally, completely okay. It is designed that way, so don't feel like it's not actually in there. At this point, once you push it in, you should see it show up on your computer screen. If not, if you don't have one of these, what you can do instead is you've probably, hopefully, or at least are planning on purchasing one of these instead. This is a memory card reader. This is the connection to my MacBook with a USB-C cord that you can see there. Let me get that in focus. There we go. So this is a USB-C, just more that like small rounded oval one. Yours might be a little bit different, might be like a USB, just whatever one fits best with your computer. But same deal. It's got a memory card slot, and you're just going to put that in. It will not go in all of the way. As you can see, that is perfectly fine. Once that's plugged in, then it just goes into the computer. Either way, perfectly safe, perfectly fine. Just not camera plugged into computer. Don't do that. Card readers. Yay. Don't keep that in. So while I have a Mac, a lot of this is going to be very, very similar on a PC. So don't worry. First thing is going to be, you probably have your memory card showing up on your desktop. If not, I'll show you how else to get there. No big deal. But if it's on your desktop here, it probably says something like EOS Digital. That's for the Canons. Sony's will probably say something to the extent of their camera device. Nikon's might even say like Nikkor. If you're not seeing these, or if it says no name, or the SD card manufacturer, you need to format your card. You need to format it. So we talk about that in the Photo 1 class. Be sure that you are formatting your memory cards. That is super, super, super important to make sure that your pictures are safe and that your memory card lasts a really, really long time. So you're going to go ahead. If you're not seeing this here, you'll head down to your Finder down here in the bottom left-hand corner, and you'll open up a Finder window. PCs, it would be File Explorer is the equivalent. And you should see it here under your locations. You might have to scroll a little bit over on this left-hand side to be able to find it. For the PCs, it'll be under like different drives. So it might be under like an E or G drive or whichever one it's plugged into. But it should say something to the extent of like, again, similar that we saw over here, EOS Digital, Nikkor, Sony, all that good stuff. So you take a look there, click on that. Then you get two folders. Almost every single time it will have two folders. Sony's a little bit different, but we're looking for the one that says DCIM. This is digital, I forget what the C stands for. It's going to be cool. Digital cool images. Done. Because this is obviously miscellaneous, and we're not looking for miscellaneous. We're looking for our cool pictures. So you double click on this guy, and then again, it'll have a miscellaneous one. I don't know why they do this. We're going to click on our Canon or whatever camera you might have. And then there we go. There's our pictures actually here. Amazing. For different uses, here's the thing. I really prefer this view of the pictures where I can see the name, but more importantly, the date that they were created. Because sometimes if I'm downloading a bunch of pictures, I have different dates and I want to be able to grab them by like different chunks of days and times that they were made. So to be able to change that, you can go right here. PC users, you're going to see these as like different icons for views. There's a tab up here that says view, and you can change them. So you can say like as icons, as a list, as columns, and this shows you the path that we've got here. to find them. And as a gallery is a little bit of a combination between them. But specifically just for downloading them, I like to do as a list. That's just me. You can also change this and add certain things and filter. You can be able to see them out loud, oh my gosh, larger with that I button, but you can also hit your space bar and it'll open it up. I know. Things that they should tell you when you buy your computer. And then you've also got all these options here, but we're going to look at this in just a little bit later. What we need to do right now is grab these images. And we have a couple of different ways to do that. For Mac users, we can go up here to Edit and select All. PC users, it will be in one of those File tabs, and it has a button there to be able to select all. And then you can go Edit, Copy. Same with the PC users, it'd be a little icon here that says Copy. But let's say if I didn't want to grab all of these pictures. Let's say if I was like, you know what, I want to only grab half of them. I want to grab the first half of them. I'm going to go here, I'm going to go Edit, and I'm going to go, I need to deselect all of these. So I'm just going to click on one, and it should kind of jump out of the select all if I click on one of them. Otherwise, I can hit my arrows, I can go back, I can go forward, and that will also remove the selection. But let's say if I just want to like kind of grab the first bit here. I click on my first image. I'm holding down my Shift key, and then I can click to the last image that I want. That Shift key is telling my computer, I want to go from here to here. I'm going to select from there to there. Pretty cool, right? Let's say if I want to cherry pick them, I'm going to hold down my Command key. For PCs, this is going to be your Control key. And I could just cherry pick whichever ones I want without it being in any sort of particular order. All right, so we're going to go up here. We're going to go to Select All. And we're going to go Copy, and it'll tell you however number of pictures. It calls them items. Copy, 15 items for me and the 15 pictures. And then I am going to go to my external hard drive. If you do not have an external hard drive, I highly recommend purchasing them. They are on the resources. If you're looking for recommendations on which ones to purchase, we have them on our website under resources. And ASAP recommends. I think it's also at the end of the PowerPoint as well. So different options out there. Here's my external hard drive. And I am going to, I've created these folders, and you can organize it however you like, by date, by, usually for me professionally is per client, really totally up to you. But just for this sake, I'm going to create a new folder. For Mac users, we've got this little button here, and you can say new folder. PC users, you should, in that File tab, have a button there that says New Folder. You're going to do that, and then we're going to name it. I'm just going to call these Test Images. And then we are going to double-click on it. We are not going to paste into here. We need to go into the folder to put our pictures into. So we're going to double-click, and we can go to Edit and Paste. And it'll drop our pictures right in there. And again, it's doing this process. Don't interrupt it. It'd probably take a little bit longer than mine did. Mine are just 15 JPEGs. You probably have more than that, especially if they're raw images. So just let it do its thing. Let it process. Once it's done that, we're going to go over here to this guy, to our memory card, or EOS Digital, and we're going to make sure that we hit this guy. We're going to make sure that we eject our memory card. If you're not seeing this, you can also just right click or control click on it and say eject EOS Digital. Do not just unplug it. It'll get really cranky, and after a while it will stop working. So make sure that you take the time to eject anything that you plug into your computer. Not necessarily like a mouse or something like that if it's connected through Bluetooth, but if it's an external device like a memory card or a external hard drive, make sure that it is properly disconnected. So we do this by hitting eject. And then it's gone. And now I can take it and release it. There we go. From my computer. All right, so what about uploading them to the cloud? There's a couple of different ways that you can do this. One I recommend, here's the crazy part. If you are a Amazon Prime subscriber, you already have free unlimited photography downloads and uploads to their cloud. I know. It's something they don't advertise like nearly enough. It's like hoping that we just don't tell them and maybe they won't find out and they'll forget. But they also have more money than God, so I think they'll be fine. So it's photos.amazon.com. So that's one option. You can check that out. Another option for PC users is what is it? OneDrive? Yes, OneDrive. I've heard really, really great things about that. The organization, the seamlessness between different devices and uploading to the cloud has been regarded by a lot of Windows and PC users as actually really, really, really great. So OneDrive is a great option. A lot of people ask about the Apple iCloud and storing the photos and like photos and stuff like that. It just gets really expensive. Apple knows that they have us. I'm sorry. I love them, but my God, it can get really expensive with the cloud storage. So that's the only reason I say why, like, don't put all your photos on the Apple cloud. It's just not really worth it. I use them, of course, for like my iPhone photos and all of my stuff on my phone. But when it comes to my photography, that could start to get really expensive really quickly. Another option is using Lightroom. I really, really, really like Adobe Lightroom and their cloud software. It backs everything up to the Adobe cloud. Yes, it's like $10 a month, but it's not just the terabyte of cloud storage that you get from them, but it's also the editing and sharing capabilities with the software, and also being able to have it on like your phone and work on images on any device. I just, yeah, they need to really start paying me for this. But it's just like the most convenient, direct way to get my pictures to the cloud. It's not foolproof, which is why and no cloud system is, which is why I always say just have a external physical hard drive, because the physical hard drive is never going to be in control of some corporation. You're never going to lose your password for it. You're never going to stop paying your billing on it. So this is why I say it's like always, always, always put them on an external hard drive. But there are cloud options are there because it's really great. It's besides just the convenience, like God forbid if some like natural disaster happens and your hard drives like get flooded, knock on wood, then everything's up in the cloud and it's totally safe there. So we just like to be we live in an era of options and we want to be able to take advantage of those. So figure out which one is best for you. Don't feel like you have to commit to one of those cloud options. Do a free trial. Almost every single one of them has like a 7 to 30 day free trial, and just test that out for a little bit and see which one you like and what fits best for you. And then go ahead and commit to actually paying and uploading things, because there's nothing worse than dumping like gigs and gigs and gigs and gigs of information onto a whole system when you're like, I hate this. Now I have to start all over and do something else. So test it out, test the waters before committing to it. Cool. Well, if you guys have any questions on that, please do not hesitate to reach out. Give us a call, send us an email, message on Instagram, wherever you happen to find us, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.